It began 1300 years ago. Humanity, finding itself on the brink of extinction, undertook a last-ditch rescue plan called Project Gestalt.
Gestalt?
Do you still not remember, Grimoire Weiss?
I knew it. He knew something.
Then let's give you a refresher.
I want to read. Oh, her eyes.
Sorry.
Hello everybody, my name is Axel and welcome back to Nier Replicant. So it's been months since we finished Route A and I kind of lost some of my footage from the stream for the first part of Route B, so I forgot stuff, so let's just continue on by starting with the beginning of Route B. I think this is the new one. Yeah, I did this in November 15, so let's load this up. And I think we're gonna play the game through Kaine's perspective.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Anyway...
Alright, we're starting with this time skip wherein we rescued Kaine. And we're gonna be hit by this music from the get-go. Kaine's dreams, discrimination. Yeah, if I recall, there's gonna be a lot of reading here. So, we'll see. The sound of rain filled the village. Steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly towards the wooden, hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as any could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... Child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the vein slowly creaked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly toward the east. So, the kid's going home. I think the kid here is Kaine. A jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. Oh yeah, I remember. It's like she's not welcome in whatever this village is. I think it's the Eerie. I don't know. Let's see. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yeah, it's Kaine. The voice belonged to Demo, worst of all the bullies in the Eerie. Yeah, alright. So I was remembering it correctly. Final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Asshole! Boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. Yeah, Demo's an asshole. Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her. Yeah. The tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their home. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before, so she was bullied a lot. I still don't get why. Maybe it was explained, I just forgot. But I can't remember why Kaine was being bullied here. Yeah, assholes. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave, he can't hurt me. Damn. Kaine prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. There were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. God damn it. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. Alright. Damn it. Jammed his thumb against her eyelid. Yeah. Goddamn bully. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain upon Kaine. Damn it. What you acting like a girl for? Everyone knows what you really are. Oh, it's sad. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single... Oh. Sprawled in the ground, holding his head... What? Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. Their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. Oh, her grandmother. And there's the music. I love this music. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. Ooh. Yeah, I think I played this first using the Nier Automata audio in the options. Ooh. Oh damn. The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo used. Alright. She ground her palm on the wound and twisted back and... Holy hell. Oh man, I love the music. Let me just double check if it's recording. Yeah, alright. Death is the best cure for stupid. Demo's face twisted with rage at her words, locking his eyes on Kaine. He took a step backward and spat on the ground. Yeah. What about the adults that were watching and cheering the children? What happened to them? Look at the fat boy go. Place it around the young girl's shoulders. Then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting the blood. Yeah, alright. Oh, damn. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. I think I caused bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. Damn. It's not surprising that Kaine became foul-mouthed when she grew up. Yeah, the people of Erie gave her hell. I think we destroyed it in Route A, so screw them. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. Got a duty to fight until your last breath. Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly okay. Was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kaine's pain and loneliness, it was her. Don't be an If I was normal, then mom and dad wouldn't. Skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was, yeah, alright, cool. Lunar tears. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. The pain she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in its construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Oh. As long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. Yeah. I think she died. As they began the long walk home, Kaine gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away in the wind. The rain had stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last feints of a rainbow were slowly fading. Oh. Alright. Kaine's dreams. Daily life. Yeah, I think I got annoyed here with this part in the live stream because it's just reading. So it does remind me of Xenogears CD2. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard with wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. One spun past Kaine close enough for her to hear the whistle. Oh. Since I'm doing such a piss poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can get the water? Alright. Shades have been restless lately, and I don't want you running into one of them bastards. Alright, more reading, so This is how Route B starts. Grandma decided to take up residence a good distance from the Erie. Out of sight, out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter, and rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre they called home. Kaine swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. My logs are all weird sizes. Oh. Spitting on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kaine redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Kaine steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress, but Kaine didn't notice. Her grandmother had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending, sooner than either of them had feared. The positions would be reversed. Kaine came to the side of grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Yeah, more reading. It's a good thing I like Kaine, so... But I guess I shouldn't quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. An unseen sun made its way across a dark and rainy sky. She was still watching. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade. Or worse, Demo and his gang. Where's the apothecary? Oh, yeah. The Erie people are assholes. I think I mentioned that. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary. But the new emotion had little time to take root, for as long as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. Yeah, Demo. Oh my god. Yeah. The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head, but before he could let fly a comeback or worse a punch, the apothecary told them to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic but not altogether unpleasant. On the far wall behind the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright... Oh, alright. She's been dead a long time now. Pictures are wonderful things. They let the ones closest to you live on forever. Yeah. Yes, I've heard the rumors about you. It's a small village and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother, Callie, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. She doesn't know her grandma's name. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding in a bit places. Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her portrait. Living forever would just piss me off. The sketch could have been a person's face, it could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors. You are as clumsy as me and I love it. Posh. I'll take this down when they roll me on my shroud. And it makes me want to go on so that someday you can feel the same happiness. I don't think Kaine found it. Yeah, it sucks. Kaine's dreams, separation. So I guess this is her dream while she was encased in that stone lock in the library. Yeah, there's a lot of reading here, so bear with me. I don't want to read. She summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. Sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. It's a berry. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. Oh, 5 years. So 5 years later, after the bully incident, as is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. A dying cat could chew through the... Oh, she's gonna fix the house. Her toothless green to the... Yeah. She's getting old. People saw one west of the village yesterday. Oh. Yeah. The flower's petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now that... So the lunar tears thrive even though they got plucked? Alright. You're gonna be a true woman soon, Grandma said as she placed the flowers on the girl's hair. So that means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls and more talk about how beautiful... Yeah, alright. Gee, I wonder. She lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. Oh. Kaine thought the look on her grandmother's face was the most hard. Yeah. You go get your fruit and your wall and whatnot. I'll be fine. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Okay. Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side. Okay. By a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead, tracing its path with a finger, Kaine suddenly felt her... Oh. Was ablaze. Oh, damn. So their house is on fire. Oh, can't be fire, too much smoke. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt. Her worst suspicion, yeah, an enormous shade. Yeah, I think this is the shade lizard that Kaine was hunting when we first met her in Route A. And there's the music. Ah, damn, the music of this game. The creature retreated into a shimmering inky blackness as if her mind was unable to comprehend, alright? A blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars dance, alright? Get up, get up, get up, get up! As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped towards the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of... Oh, damn. Yeah, it's a sadistic shade. Kind of makes me wonder, are shades... Do shades think? Or do they run on instinct? The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might as well have been pushing a mountain. Damn. Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Its giant mouth turning up at the corner. See, it's smiling! How such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted forward. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. Before she could say another word, the shade's claw... Damn. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was doing. I can't read. Holy hell. That's why I hate reading. Damn. Her grandmother was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after the other, faster and faster until they became meaningless jangle of noise. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. Ooh. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles, her head lolled. Oof. Creature so confident just moments before. So I guess this unlocked Kaine's power. She can use spells. And plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames, all of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. I can't read. Kill it. Kill it. And there's going to be a lot of kill it there. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. What up, Kaine?
The beast approaches.
What up, Grimoire Vice? It's been a while. Here we go. Holy hell, that's too much reading. I think I remember the controls. I tried playing it kind of like last week, so... Okay, so that's the dodge button.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
Yes.
My sword feels lighter. It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
Hoo-ha. Yeah, I keep forgetting to lock on. Hell yeah. Nope. Ah. Hoo. Yes. And you're finally dead. So shades are humans, but how do those giant shades come to be? You know? Where the hell do they come from? Kaine's dreams encounter more reading? Please don't. More reading. Ah. The shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off towards the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. That her left eye was gone. Okay, so Kaine lost an arm and an eye. So why is she complete in the game? Yeah, I didn't notice this when I live streamed this part. Was that Demo? The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Oh. Ugh. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. The voice was vulgar and fused. Oh, her grandmother? Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. Damn. The substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up towards the rest of her body. This could have been a good visual. What the frick? Why are we forced to read this instead of being shown? I think this is the shade part, if I'm not mistaken. So why not let me have it? Kaine's shell? So maybe this is the human soul that should have been inhabiting Kaine's body. There, see? Huh. Maybe I recognized this during the live stream. I just forgot, but yeah, it kind of makes sense. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life. So it is a shade. I think this is the human soul, or the true human that should have been using Kaine's body. Yeah, I said it. I said it earlier. Sorry. I keep repeating myself because I'm trying to calculate or, make sense of everything here. We know the truth in Route A. So is this shade here, this asshole of a shade, the original owner of Kaine's shell? The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. I know how to please the ladies. It grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. Oh. So yeah, I asked that. So that's how her arm and eye regenerated. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Okay. I think you and me are gonna be good friends. Oh. Did they merge? Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letter seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. Yeah. Why don't you just shut up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the Eyrie would love to see you dead. Uh-huh. You're possessed now, and there ain't no going back. Got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's plenty of it. Oh, I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine, and now that power... Okay, so now that answers my question about how Kaine got access to all the magic spells that she's using. That little fat kid who kept picking on you, that big old shit. Yes. Why, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, honey pants. I just want to drink from the well. Oh. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. So, how about it? You and me could have some good times together. My name's Tyran, or Tyran. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour, and I like rotten and sour. Alright. I've shit bigger than you, so... Oh. She began poking, prodding at the new limb, determining to find something wrong with it. All right. It was the wreath of lunar tears. Wreath or wreath? I think it's wreath. Yeah, there's Emil.
Stay alive! Grandma. Kaine, you gotta live! You gotta come back to us!
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, her left arm there is bandaged.
Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you?
You still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kaine.
Welcome back, Kaine.
Wow, you grew up. So, How long has it been?
5 years.